The President, Mothers Union, Women's Guild, and Girls Guild of the Ecclesiastical Province of the Niger, Mrs. Martha Ibezim, says the nation has come to its lowest point in history with enormous challenges facing its economy, security, and unity. Mrs. Ibezim, who is also the President, Mothers Union, Women's Guild, Girls Guide, and the Young Mothers Association of the Diocese of Awka, stated this while delivering her presidential address at the 37th Awka Diocesan Women's Conference and Second Women's Guild Conference going on that just ended at St. Stephen's Church, Iftedun, in Dunkofe Council area. Our correspondent, Amaka Chibuzo-Koe, filed the report.
Which is a 4-day event, has its theme, As You Shall Eat the Fruit of Your Labor, attracted the Archbishop, Ecclesiastical Province of the Niger, and Bishop, Diocese of Awka, the Most Reverend Alexander Ibezim, the clergy, wives of archbishops and bishops from other dioceses, delegates, and many others who came to felicitate with Awka Diocese and Ifitedunu Anglican community. Mrs. Ibezim, who expressed worry that the nation has been divided along religion, political interests, neglect of the sacredness of life, also raised her voice against the devaluation of naira, high cost of living with stagnant salary, and called on those in authority to work towards the restoration of security, life, and progress of Nigeria. On the state of the state, Mrs. Ibezim lauded Governor Chukwuma Soludo and his deputy, Dr. Onyekachukwu Ibezim, on the massive infrastructural projects in the state and pledged their unalloyed support.
God is telling us clearly that we shall not labor in vain. I say we shall not labor in vain.
Speaking on the presidential address, the President, Women's Ministry, Enugu Province, Mrs. Joyce Chukwuma, commended Mrs. Ibezim for what God has been using her to do, which, according to her, gave hope of better tomorrow. Speaking on behalf of the archbishops and bishops' wives, the President, Women's Ministry, Aba Province, Mrs. Hope Nwobia, said the theme of the conference is prophetic and calls for prayers, noting that women have some responsibilities and roles to play so as to eat the fruit of their labor. Sir and Lady Arinze Obase adopted the address to be a working document in the diocese and beyond, while launching of the address, presentations by the women to the president of the conference climaxed the event. Most Reverend Ibezim, during the program, commissioned a football pitch constructed by St. Stephen's Church, Ifitedunu. Amaka Chibuzo-Koe, ABS News.